Hey everyone, it's been a long time since I've posted a video. uh, yeah, I'm very busy these days with schoolwork, and I think it's been like a month. The last movie I talked about was Avengers Endgame, and that's like a month. And I haven't actually watched a lot of movies. I did watch Detective Pikachu. I want to watch Brightburn, but it's not a big thing in Korea, so. And I haven't watched the Aladdin movie, the original. So I don't know. I think I'll try and watch Aladdin and probably talk about that a little. But in this past month, I did watch Game of Thrones season 8. And I just wanted to talk about it because everyone's saying it's disappointing. It's disappointing, all right. And I just wanted to talk about what the problems were, in my opinion. And I've watched a lot of videos from other content creators, and I feel like I'm echoing a lot of them, a lot of what they're saying. But I just wanted to get my thoughts out there. First of all, I do think there's a problem with certain character arcs that feel out of character, like some choices such as some choices characters make, they did feel out of character. And second of all, I felt everything was rushed. Everything felt like they didn't have development, when in fact I could see on second viewings where the development was, and I could tell that the writers wanted to set this up. But the thing is, it does feel rushed, and I'm going to talk about why it feels that way. Number 3, some of the choices that the writers made were underwhelming. And what I mean by that is they set certain things up for maximum hype. And to be honest, at this point, I don't think there's gonna be an actual way to meet those expectations. The hype was really big for this season, but they did kind of drop the ball a lot. And I kind of think that these writers thought that dropping the ball this much, like making a decision that no one thought about, because it's a little stupid. And it doesn't really make sense. I mean, it does make sense, but it's a very lazy way to achieve it. I think that's how the writers were trying to subvert expectations. And I do want to talk about subverting expectations in another video, but I don't want to make this too long. And I think these 3 problems are the main thing that causes people to be angry about Game of Thrones Season 8. And a fix for these. Now, I don't know personally how to fix number 3, because there are so many fan theories out there. I don't know which option or characters, I don't know which arcs they should take in order to satisfy the majority of the audience. Maybe you can't satisfy the majority of the audience. And personally, I thought that the character arcs and where each character ends up is good. They did make good decisions. Now, I'm going to talk about spoilers. Actually, before I talk about spoilers, I just wanted to mention, I think problem 1 and 2, the fact that everything feels rushed, that's number 2, and characters felt out of character, I think that was number 1. That could have been solved with having more episodes, or potentially more seasons. Because even though we did have development over, I think more episodes would have been the answer. I think rather than having less episodes, having more episodes would have been smarter, because there's a 1-year gap between each season, and people tend to forget a lot of the foreshadowing or development that you do in previous seasons, and you kind of look at season 8 in like an echo chamber, and it doesn't really make sense. In that aspect, I wish they had made these seasons longer. Okay, spoiler territory. I do agree with some of the choices that the writers make. I do think Daenerys Targaryen becoming the Mad Queen is a good decision. It's a good way to end her character. I do think Jon Snow killing Daenerys is also good. I also think that Drogon destroying the Iron Throne was a good choice. Bran becoming king. That I'm kind of skeptical on, but I'm fine with. Arya killing the Night King. It looks and feels awesome, but it feels extremely underwhelming. I think a lot more casualties should have happened in that battle, or I don't know, maybe the Night King could have won. And at the season finale, when it looks like the Night King has also took over King's Landing, that's when Arya comes in and kills the Night King. I think that would have been okay. That would have been a great choice. And it would have actually got the sense of, oh shit, the Night King is actually winning. And let's say Mad Queen, so the Mad Queen's arc finishes before the Mad King hits Winterfell. So this is kind of like, okay, I'm just going off about what I think is cool. This is probably definitely not the right way to do it. But let's say in episode 3 or episode 2, Daenerys goes Mad Queen. Or actually, you put a few episodes setting up Daenerys as Mad Queen. So that would be about 5 to 6 episodes. I think that would be the right amount. Because people complained when episode 5 showcased Daenerys as becoming the Mad Queen. So you put a few more episodes, put a few more reasons for her to become this slaughtering machine. She slaughters King's Landing. And this is before the Night King hits Winterfell. So her army and the Unsullied go to King's Landing before the Night King comes. I don't know why. I just think this would be pretty cool. And then she says, "I'll be back before the Night King comes." However, she doesn't go back north because now she resents Jon Snow. She resents Sansa. So she kind of thinks like, "Oh, I'll let the Night King take care of the north, and we'll go in, kill the Night King, and take the remains." And so there are a whole lot of casualties in the fight for Winterfell. Next, Daenerys tries to face the Night King, but before that happens, Jon Snow kills her. And then Night King takes over King's Landing. Everything seems very bleak until Arya comes in and she kind of saves the day. Now, people will probably hate the Arya ending no matter what. I don't know, this just sounds kind of cool. It's just on the back of my head. I haven't been thinking about it or thinking about character arcs where everything will be. So please, don't take this seriously. This is just me rambling. Anyways, this is what I think about Season 8 of Game of Thrones. I want to go rewatch the older seasons, to see how they hold up, because this season was pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, cinematography, that was all great, but the minds behind the show, no.